Hey boys and girls, welcome to another edition of ffcKIDS Online. It's Wednesday night. Welcome to the party. As we say every single week, this is a great time for us to stay connected to God and to each other. Now listen, lately we've been talking about feelings. Last week we talked about how to respond to sadness. When we feel sad, how does God's word want us to handle that? This week we're going to talk about a new feeling, but instead of me telling you what it is, I thought it'd be fun to show you what it is and see if you can take a good guess. You ready? Here it goes. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. You guys, you get what it is? Some of you guys are professionals at that face. That was a mad face. And I don't know about you guys, but there's been plenty of times in my life where I've gotten really mad. Maybe it's because something I did, like when I smashed my finger with a hammer. Or maybe it's something someone else did to me, like when that kid pushed me in the playground for no apparent reason. Or sometimes maybe you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you just got a bad attitude about the day. Regardless, we have to know how to respond to our anger, because if we respond the wrong way, we can cause sin against God. So let's dive into God's word today and learn to see how we should honor God even when we get angry. Let's connect with our friends at Connect HQ and see what they have for us today. Check it out.
We're gonna dance, we're gonna sing, we're gonna get real loud, let our voices ring. We're gonna party, we're having fun with Jesus Christ. He's God's only son. Now everybody, from the front to the back, put your hands in the air and clap, clap, clap. Seeing old friends, making new friends, here with Jesus, we're connected. Seeing old friends, making new friends, here with Jesus, we're connected. Connected.
And that place on the corner sells quality wallpaper, if you're interested in that kind of thing.
Hey Dot, this is local businessman Chuck Forte.
Hi, I own the pet store just around the corner.
I love that place. Those puppies in the window are so cute. I just want to eat them up.
Please don't.
Yeah, Chuck just wanted to stop by and let us know about a couple of robberies around town.
Yes, a lot of people have had things go missing, including a trophy that I won at the state fair for fattest hamster.
Someone stole your trophy?
You have fat hamsters at your pet store?
Yes, to both.
We are Connect HQ.
Every day we help the people of the world.
Live God's way.
We look for the links.
Make the connection.
And you never know what might happen. My name is Dot, and this is the time someone took something that didn't belong to them.
I just wanted you to be aware, since people come in and out of here. Keep your eyes peeled and your things safe.
Luke, we got increased security for your piggy bank.
You still have a piggy bank.
I know it's silly, but it's sentimental to me.
It's one of the places you save your money. We can't leave it hidden in the lounge cabinet.
She's right. If you've got any valuables, you need to keep them locked up.
Maybe I should find a more secure place for it.
Well, I better be going. I've got a shipment of Arizona cricket lizards coming in.
You have lizards too? I gotta spend more time at this pet store.
Well, I better get back to it.
I'll come visit you soon, Chuck. Thanks for stopping by.
Sure. Just doing my job as a concerned citizen.
Aren't you angry? You have to move your piggy bank just because someone else is sneaking around stealing other people's things.
That doesn't make me angry.
But it's not fair for you.
It's not. But there are a whole lot of unfair things. But I can't let my anger push me into saying or doing something that I'll regret.
One time I got so angry that I punched a wall. It was not good.
Did it make you feel better?
Nope. Just made me angry at the wall for making my fists hurt real bad.
It's impossible for me to have gone my entire life without feeling angry, but I can't let that push me into sin. So I remember this. When I feel mad, God helps me do what's right. And in that moment, I cool down and I pray.
That's better than making a bad decision like hitting a wall.
Well, it's just something that I do when I feel angry and am tempted to sin.
Incoming transmission! Someone needs our help!
Well, I guess I'll have to wait and find another hiding place for Mr. Pickle Giggle.
Wait, what did you just call him?
Oh, I named my piggy bank Mr. Pickle Giggle.
Okay, why don't I keep an eye on Mr. Piggle Giggle while you run down to the hub?
Are you sure?
Your money is safe with me.
I'll be right back. I heard the alarm.
It's an urgent call from our field office in St. Louis.
Hey, Connect HQ. This is Kristen in St. Louis, and we've got a bit of a situation
She
here.
started it. No, I didn't. He hit me first. You hit me.
Guys, calm down. Look, these two siblings, Lucas and Zoe, have been fighting since they got in here, and I have no idea why they're so angry.
I won't calm down until she apologizes. I'll never apologize.
Please help me find a way to get them to calm down, and the quicker, the better. Thanks, Connect HQ.
I used to fight with my twin sister like that all the time.
I was just talking about anger with Dot. She's mad because someone's been stealing things around town.
That's horrible. We should probably make sure that all the lockers are locked up tight.
Let's find an answer for these fighting siblings, and then I'll do a full security sweep. But in the meantime, Dot has an eye on things.
Ooh! This is fun!
Okay, I'm working on a list of ways to calm down. What are some things that you do when you're angry, Captain?
Well, I talk to God, and I talk to Alyssa. She's really great at handling anger, and she helps me figure out things that I can do. What about you?
I used to do a lot of unhealthy things when I was angry. Like sometimes I would hit things.
Where is it? Where are you, little piggy bank? Where did it go? A piggy bank just can't get up and walk away.
Or sometimes I would say bad words or scream really loud.
Biscuits and gravy! Where did that piggy bank go? Gravy!
Or sometimes I would throw a really big fit.
I will destroy everything in the world!
But then I learned how to take a deep breath. And then another one. And then another one.
I have to tell Luke I lost his piggy bank. I'm glad he said he knows how to control his anger.
You did what?
I don't know what happened. I turned my back for just a second.
I was saving that money for Safety World, the safest place in the world.
I will do whatever it takes to get it back.
Well, it's gone. It's long gone.
Luke, take a breath. Maybe take a break.
I can't think about breathing right now. Mr. Pickle Giggle is missing. And I just asked you to do one thing, just one thing. You really let me down, Dot.
Wow. He's really angry.
He'll be okay. I'm sure of it.
I don't know where it went.
It's okay. I'll talk to him about it. But can you do a favor for me?
I don't know if I can be trusted to do anything right now.
I still trust you, Dot. Okay, so we have these two siblings who have been fighting each other. Do you mind reviewing the Bible link to see if it works for them?
You got it, Captain.
Thanks, Dot.
This is his 66 picks mixed up into one. The books about God, who he is and what he's done. It's the Holy Bible, y'all, with God's truth packed tight inside. It's alive, a prize to hide in your heart and in your mind. Old Testaments are set up for the big event when Jesus crashed the scene with a new arrangement. It's history, his story, whose story, God's story. Oh, the story of how much he loves me. Let it blow up all the pages, let this show go live. Let his word explode from this video into your life.
In the Bible, there was a rich man named Nabal who was known for being rude. Nabal had a large flock of sheep and goats, and a wife named Abigail. Unlike Nabal, Abigail was known for being sweet.
Hi.
Not far from where Nabal and Abigail lived, King David and his men were camping. David needed some supplies, so he gathered some of his men to send to Nabal's house. He told them to greet Nabal with kind words, and Nabal should return their kindness. So the men went to Nabal, greeted him with nice words, and asked him for some supplies. But Nabal was nasty. Go away! He shouted insults at them and told them to leave. The men returned to David and told him the things that Nabal had said. David was furious. He told his men to grab their swords so they could get even with Nabal. Meanwhile, back at Nabal's farm, Abigail heard how poorly Nabal treated David's men.
Oh, no.
She knew her husband's bad attitude could mean trouble for them, so she gathered food and supplies and loaded them up on donkeys. David and his men stormed through the desert, ready to get revenge on Nabal. Suddenly, they saw someone approaching. It was Abigail. Abigail bowed down to King David and begged him not to hurt Nabal. She asked David to stop and think before he acted out of his anger. David took a deep breath and thanked God for sending Abigail to calm him down. David accepted Abigail's gift of supplies and went home, instead of doing something he might regret later on.
Hooray!
Because Abigail asked him to think about forgiveness, David chose peace instead of anger.
Wow, David got so angry at Nabal. I hope Ray can help Luke with his anger the same way Abigail calmed down David.
We need a new system around here. Non-stop security sweeps.
Luke, you have a good reason to be angry, but I really don't...
I know. I shouldn't have talked that way to Dot. I wasn't thinking, I was angry.
Well, now the clock's ticking. You have until the end of the day.
What does that mean?
It says so in the Bible, in the book of Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. Repeat after me. Ephesians 4:26.
Ephesians 4:26.
When you are angry, do not sin.
When you are angry, do not sin.
Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry.
Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry.
What do you think would have happened if we let those fighting siblings leave the field office before apologizing to each other?
Then they could have hurt each other.
Yeah, and the Bible tells us that we shouldn't be angry for longer than a day. So you have until the end of today to apologize for the things that you said when you were angry.
I read you loud and clear.
Deep breaths. We'll see if the piggy bank turns up. I'll do a sweep of the entire building, make sure that it's secure. Will you help Dot with the transmissions for me?
You got it, Captain.
Thank you.
I shouldn't have said what I said. I was angry. I didn't do what was right.
I get it. I was pretty angry when I lost your piggy bank and didn't act the way I should. I forgot what you said earlier. When I feel mad, God helps me do what's right.
I know some siblings that need to hear that.
Ray found the Bible link. Do you want to make a connection transmission and then we'll go look for your piggy bank?
I would love that.
Look, we got a message from HQ.
I want to press play. No, I get to press
Guys,
it.
I'll press it. Just watch this.
Hi, I'm Luke,
And I'm Dot.
and we have an answer for you. The Bible tells us this in the book of Ephesians. Say it like this.
Ephesians 4:26. When you are angry, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry.
It's not okay to say or do something wrong just because you're angry. If you don't get rid of your anger, you might end up hurting yourself or others.
Don't wait. Deal with it quickly. There's a Bible story about a man named Nabal who treated David and his men badly. That made David very mad. So mad that David planned to kill Nabal, which would have been a sin. Abigail helped him deal with his anger by talking with him so he wouldn't sin. How can you make peace like Abigail?
Everyone gets mad sometimes. Unfair things happen that will make you feel angry. Anger isn't a sin, but if you're not careful, it can push you to sin. That's not so good. Be careful not to let your anger come out in unhealthy ways like punching, screaming, hurting others, or saying bad words. There are a lot of ways to keep from sinning when you're angry.
Pray and give yourself time to cool down before you make decisions.
Talk to God or a trusted friend who deals with anger well.
And when you're angry because someone else did something wrong, the best way to keep from sinning is to forgive them. Remember, when I feel mad, God helps me do what's right.
Yeah, and being angry all the time is no good for you. So apologize to your brother or your sister as quickly as you can so you can move on.
And remember, Connect HQ is here to help you.
What do you say, guys?
I apologize for calling you names. Sorry I took your bike.
Phew. Thanks, Connect HQ.
So, should we start by making missing posters or dusting for fingerprints?
I like the fingerprint idea.
Actually, Dot, we need to talk.
What's up?
Well, I was just down by the lockers and I found something.
A clue!
Mr. Picklegiggle!
Can you explain this to me?
Someone smashed Mr. Picklegiggle!
No. I mean, can you explain to me why I found this on the ground outside your locker?
I didn't put it there. Luke, I didn't!
Well, I'm sorry, Dot, but until we figure out what really happened, you're a suspect in the disappearance of Luke's piggy bank.
What?
You know I love the part of Connect when we sing and dance to worship God? Because I get a chance to show the world how awesome He is. He gives me everything I need. He loves me. He listens to me sing. He watches me dance to Him. I can't think of any better reason to give God my whole focus. I worship Him with everything I am. Get up on your feet and let's connect to God together.
This life is a journey, a path made for me. With every step I take, as I run this race, I'm becoming the person you call me to be. A child of God, alive within. So I set my eyes on you, Jesus, I'm ready, I'm ready to go. Where you lead, I'll follow. Where you lead, I'll go. Not gonna wait for tomorrow. This is the journey of a lifetime. The journey of a lifetime. God, you already know me. I wanna know you. Help me grow stronger and discover the truth. I'm ready, let's go. Where you lead, I'll follow. Where you lead, I'll go. Not gonna wait for tomorrow. This is the journey of a lifetime. With every step I take, with every step I take, I'm becoming the person you call me to be. A child of God, alive within. So I set my eyes on you, Jesus, I'm ready, let's go. Hey, hey. I'm ready. This is the journey of a lifetime. The journey of a lifetime. The journey of a lifetime. I'm on the journey of a lifetime.
I can't believe what just happened. I mean, Dot didn't do it. Did she? Now we have to launch a full investigation. No matter what happens next, we have to remember that Jesus gives us peace in the place of our anger. He helps us do what's right. If you've never made the decision to follow Jesus with your life, all you have to do is remember the ABCs. A. Admit. Admit that you've done wrong and ask God to forgive you for disobeying Him. B. Believe. Believe God sent Jesus to take the punishment for your sin. Trust that you're forgiven because Jesus made you right with God. C. Choose. Choose to spend your whole life depending on God's power to help you say no to sin. As you live and love like Jesus, tell others God is your leader and number one friend.
What a great lesson for us today. You know, it's normal for us to get upset when things don't go our way, but we have to make sure that we don't say something or do something that's going to dishonor God. That's why it's so important for you and me to have a plan when we get mad. For us to make an emotional decision in our anger, that's never going to help things. But when we ask God to help us to do the right thing, that will. Boys and girls, when we get upset, we've got to practice that every single time. And when it happens, we got to make sure we don't let the sun go down on our anger. We want to let you know we are so proud of you for all the hard work and the practice you're putting in to be a mighty kid of God. Keep up the great work. Listen, we can't wait to hang out with you this weekend. We have a special guest, so make sure you check it out. But until then, have fun being crazy for Jesus, and we'll see you real soon. Love you guys. Bye.
Connected.